I think it's at least somewhat surprising that Nintendo themselves have not revealed the Switch 2's code name yet. And it's funny. It's even funny just me calling it the Switch 2. I'm comfortable referring to it as the Switch 2. I used to like put it in quotes, Switch 2. It is the Switch 2. They've waited so long to reveal it that now we're getting real leaks. It's a Switch 2. I don't know. There's still a chance it could be called something else. Pretty darn sure it's the Switch 2. So it's funny they haven't revealed it yet. I feel like usually by now they would have. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact timeline of all the previous ones. I just remember pretty much all previous Nintendo systems since I've been paying attention. I feel like we all knew that name pretty early on. I remember Dolphin. I remember knowing about Project Dolphin for a good chunk of time before it was revealed to be the GameCube. And then the Revolution. We were all talking about the Revolution forever. And then the Wii U was Cafe, and I don't remember how long that one was. That one didn't have quite as much, buzz about it. But then the Switch, NX, we knew about the NX for a long time. I feel like Satoru Iwata revealed it in an investor meeting or something. We were all talking about the NX for a pretty good amount of time. But for whatever reason right now, we still don't know. It seems like they're getting close to an announcement. If not this year, then probably early next year. All the rumors about how they've probably shot the commercial for it already. Everyone's gearing up. Could drop at any minute now. And yeah, maybe Nintendo just doesn't plan to share the code name at all, because we haven't heard a single thing. And the only reason I'm making this video right here about the code name is because it seems to have been leaked along with a lot of other stuff in the big Pokemon security breach that just happened. It seems that we finally have our code name. And it's funny because I don't remember this, but I'm reading in some articles that apparently this same name was rumored, was leaked or something earlier this year. I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about it, which is weird because I try to pay attention to this stuff. I kind of made a job out of paying attention to this stuff, but apparently, according to these leaks and whatever source that was earlier this year, or whatever, the code name for the next Nintendo system. I don't know how many of you have already heard it or read articles, but I imagine there's maybe some who this is the first they're hearing about it. They just most of the news from YouTube. And are you on the edge of your seat? Are you waiting? Are you just what is it? Spit it out. Spit it out. I want to know. It's just a word, right? This is going to be one single word. I'm going to say this word. Ounce. Ounce. O-U-N-C-E. The code name seems to be Ounce. And with any code name, you like the idea of hearing the code name and having that inform you in some way, in some small way, what the system is about, But that's the thing about code names. They don't always help, Dolphin, not helpful. Not helpful at all. That's just an animal. And then they gave us the GameCube, which wasn't exceptionally dolphin-like. And I mean, there's a reasoning to it. There's always a reason. They've got a personal reason for it. It was a few months ago. I did that video on Mario code names or something. I don't know. It's usually something weird. It's usually just something that means something to the developers and the publishers. Like Dolphin. See, but then we had the Wii, the Revolution. At least that gave us an idea. That was oh, Nintendo, they're pretty sure about this idea. They feel that this is, you can't give something the codename Revolution without being this is gonna make waves. This is gonna change everything. Turns out they were right. Turns out they were completely right calling it Revolution. See, but then you go to the Wii U, Project Cafe. That doesn't even mean anything. You can't even take the Wii U to a cafe. They like to imagine a person sitting at a cafe holding the gamepad, but you'd have to bring the system with you. Technically that's possible. I guess that was their thinking. As long as you bring it with you and plug it into the wall, you could just sit there holding the gamepad. You don't have to have a TV. I could kind of see that, but it was still weird. And then, like, the Switch was just in X, which is just kind of like basic. It was really just like the next, you know, Nintendo Next. It was just kind of like in X, just whatever. That was a very whatever kind of throwaway name. So now we come to ounce. And if you want to try, if you want to attempt to interpret it literally, what could ounce mean? Obviously, it makes you think of, you know, volume, of weight. And the word ounce, all by itself, just ounce, kind of makes you think of a small amount. It makes you think 1 ounce, you know? Which is weird because there's no other indication anywhere that the Switch 2 is gonna be particularly small. If anything, it seems to be bigger. The leaked images and the CAD stuff of like the shell, the case, seems to just be bigger. And we've even had rumors before that it was just gonna be bigger. I expected thicker, but it's gonna be bigger in some way. So that can't have anything to do with the size, unless there is some component here that we're not aware of. Is there some other piece of hardware that goes with it that is small? Is there a SKU? Or are they releasing it with like the Switch Lite equivalent right away? And that's why I really don't know. I can't interpret it literally because I don't know what that could possibly mean. And so I have to imagine that it has some other meaning, but I'm also pretty much drawing a blank there too. Ounce. Ounces. Fluid ounces. I don't know. I got nothing. Do you have any ideas? Genuinely. I'll take anything at this point. Just like, if anyone's got anything. I haven't done a lot of digging yet. You know, usually I'll try to like read like comment sections and stuff, kind of get an idea of something, get some idea. I haven't really seen anything solid. So if you got anything, why would the next Nintendo system be codenamed Ounce? And it seems that Ounce might also be the codename for one of the Gen 10 Pokemon games. I think the generation itself seems to be codenamed Gaia, but then like one of the 2 games is called Ounce? I'm frustrated. The very first article I read this morning about this said the name of the other one, and now every article I look at, I can only see reference to the Switch 2 being codenamed the Ounce and then the Gaia name, but whatever. It seems one of the Pokemon games is also Pokemon Ounce. So like, what is that about? What is that? If one of the new Pokemon games shares a codename with the system itself, something water related? Not connected at all, and it's kind of a coincidence? I really don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. But yeah, back to the Switch 2. That's what we got. And yeah, at this point, I don't know. It kind of just seems like Nintendo is gonna reveal the thing without ever giving us that codename. Maybe it's just, I don't know, just not important. Maybe they don't want everybody, you know, speculating and going all crazy with it. They don't want the big media storm when they tell everyone what the code name is. They don't want I don't know. Why would they not? I don't know. Maybe they just don't feel like it. They just don't feel like it this time. All right. I had to look into it. I had to look into it a little, just see what people are saying. Yeah, so it's ounce, but sometimes shortened to OZ, which you would say ounces. You know, if you see that on a packaging or something, it means ounces. So is it ounce or is it ounces? And does OZ, that also spells Oz, like Wizard of Oz, is that part of it? Is this like a multi-layered kind of code name? Or is that just a coincidence? Is it really just ounce or is it just ounces? I don't know, but that's the only other piece of info I can get. Nobody's got a good idea of what that could mean. So yeah, most likely there isn't anything for us to get. It means something, or you know, it could be related to a Japanese word or a Japanese name in some way. I've even heard that there was another rumored code name. What was it? Muji? It's Muji or Miji or something, but then even when I looked that up, it had no translation, so it's just like just a word or a random name or something. I don't know. We're getting pretty in the weeds here, so I guess I'll call it on this here video. about a single word. How many how many minutes did I get out of this? How long is this video? About one word. Watch out, I'll do it again too. No shame.